Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Flying and Eating. Today, let's go somewhere and do something, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey everyone, it's Adam here. On the last episode of Flying and Eating, I made my way out to Guam, and then from there I made it out to Saipan in the CNMI, had a big whole adventure over there, but now it's time to head back to Guam and then eventually on to Honolulu.
Good morning everyone, it is day 6 on my adventure. Today I am in Saipan. Hopefully you guys saw most of those adventures. And I am about to check out of my hotel, which was the Vegas Saipan, or Saipan Vegas. Which normally wouldn't really be worth talking about, except that they gave me a $10 voucher, like a free chip. So I'm gonna go play that and lose that, because that's what you're supposed to do. And then I'm gonna go get breakfast and hit the airport, and we're going back to Guam. So this is the machine we're going with. Let's see how this goes. Place our bets. Ticket accepted amount is... I don't know what I'm doing. So I kind of won. Playable only, meaning that's just useful in here as currency, but I actually won $2, so I'm going to spend the rest of the playable only and whatever. We're going to try this one. I have no idea what it is. So after that machine, I have 5 cents of playable credit, but I won $2.05, another 50 cents, and another $1. Some of these machines accept 1-cent games, so let's go for it. I won again, I got 10 cents, but I have 2 cents of credit. Why not? Let's use it. So in the end, I won a whopping $3.65, but considering it cost me nothing, I will take it. Well, winning anything at a casino was certainly unexpected. $3.65. Technically, I lost because you started with a base of 10. Now, the 10 was not my money, it was a free voucher. So that's why I won, because it's free money. But if it was an actual 10 bucks, then I lost bad. So this is where we're going for breakfast, is Shirley's Coffee Shop. This is a chain throughout the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands and Guam. I showed you the guys the one on Guam. So I thought, it's open 24 hours, I gotta get to the airport, this sounds perfect.
They claim the best fried rice. I've had it before, it is actually very good. But there you go, if you're curious what this place is like, founded by Shirley. Yeah, pretty cool diner type of thing throughout these islands. I'm going to go for the chamorro sausage omelet with fried rice. Boom.
This particular location is built into a hotel. Usually they're like standalone units, so you guys can see it. At the moment, I'm the only one here, which is a thing.
And here it is, my chamorro sausage omelet. It's complete with Shirley's original fried rice. They offered me, you know, sauces and stuff, but I'm like, no, it's good as it is, man.
Yeah, it was good. It was, you know, what I've expected. I've had Shirley's in the past, just not here. So if you ever are out here and you're looking for that diner type of thing and you're jet lagged and it's 3 in the morning and there's nothing open, check out a Shirley's. They're always going to be open. Now, it's time for me to drive over to the airport, return the rental car, gas up, all that stuff. One thing I'll say about Saipan is it's relatively easy to drive on because most of it's not developed. So what is limited. Like, I'm on one road, and this one road will take me all the way from the airport to, you know, the cliffs and all that. So this is interesting. In this place, CNMI, they pump gas for you. So it's like New Jersey and Oregon. So it turns out you two states that do this, you're not the only parts of America that make that your policy. I am now at SPN, Saipan's airport. Gonna go return the car right there and get on that flight back to Guam. Good news, past security, no issues. Now we're gonna walk over to our gate. When you're in here, you'll see a whole bunch of duty-free stores and, you know, the usual we're trying to sell you stuff thing. But we're gonna go past that right where that dude is and get on our flight. Yeah, it's not a particularly big terminal or anything like that, which would be expected, but certainly sufficient. Has a couple of restaurants, bathrooms, you know, the kind of thing you would come to expect in an airport, and a giant CNMI flag back there, which I appreciate. So just a little heads up for any Americans that want to come out here. While this is the United States, it is American soil. We learned a couple of years ago, my buddy Matt and I came out here, that you can get from the mainland to Hawaii to Guam to here with just a simple driver's license. Doesn't work on the way back. CNMI requires a passport in order to exit. Now this wasn't a problem for me, but Matt had some issues that it was difficult to resolve, but we took care of it. But if you're coming out here, pro tip on any travel is always just have a passport. Even if you're like, oh, I want to stay only in America, trust me, have a passport. Your table is always ready at TSA. You know what I'm saying? You're just treated much better.
And we're back on Guam. It's been a while, almost, you know, a day. Half a day, get it? No, you probably don't. But if you saw the other videos, maybe you do. Half a day is the good morning thing here, kind of like Hawaiians say aloha. Anyway, so now I have to go clear quote-unquote customs, because it is a U.S. territory and you're coming from another U.S. territory, but you still have to go through a little bit of a filter, no biggie. And then I will grab a stroll or a taxi, whatever's available, head to my hotel, and probably just go enjoy the beach one more time.
I'm now back at the Guam Reef, which is where I decided to stay my first leg of this trip, and I'm staying here again because I wanted to go and enjoy the water. I could have stayed at a slightly cheaper hotel and just been closer to the airport, but then I would have had nothing to do all day. The grand irony is I can't check into my room for another couple hours anyways. So I'll still be able to go in there and enjoy all that, but I gotta wait a little bit. So I thought I'd give you guys some other little pro tips I noticed here. So I recommended earlier in one of the videos about using an app called Stroll because they don't have Uber here. I don't know if it's a pandemic or what, but there have been 0 drivers. 0. Like, that app will show you the cars that are available. Nothing. Every time I try to book one, nothing. So I've had to rely on cabs, which sucks because cabs are still cash-based. Unlike the U.S. Virgin Islands, they actually tell you on the meter like what it is, and it's a more consistent rate, so that's fine. But cabs, man, you guys are a relic from another era. If you took credit cards, you'd at least compete, but whatever. I know some do, but not here anyway. But yeah, so it was funny too, because when you land in Guam, you need to do a health declaration. So you can do it via paper, like on the plane, they'll hand you the form, or you can do it in advance on a digital, like QR code type of thing. First time I landed here, I did the paper version. The line was astronomical, and the digital one was like right through. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll prepare a little better when I land back from Saipan. I have to do it. This time was exactly the opposite. The guy who was handling the paper was like, okay, that's good, okay, that's good, okay, that's good. The digital lady was like, I don't know how computers work. It just couldn't, it just, I don't know what was up with it. So, not that it matters, but I waited there for an excessive amount of time. I know this isn't the best angle, but this building right here is like a little mini mall. And right in the center of it, there's like this little coffee shop, the Coffee Binnery, which is like a chain out here on Guam, because they don't have Starbucks. I remember sitting in there, and my mom was with me, and she got a chai tea latte. That was her drink. And I have this great photo of her just sitting inside there with the chai tea latte. Just, you know, member berries. So as I look at this water, I just had a stupid little observation. You probably seen my hand with the wristbands. The United one, you know, because I had to get this to go to Hawaii. I like wearing wristbands, so I like never take these off. You know what this other one is? That's from when I was in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and I rode on that gondola thing. They make you put that on, and I just haven't taken it off because I like wristbands. I don't know. But what that means is this wristband has been to 3 different U.S. territories in the last, like, 2 weeks. Another day at the beach, and as you can see, it's out of control with how many people are here. Just absolutely crazy. So I had a great time in the water. It was awesome, super relaxing. Now I'm gonna go get dinner here with my boy. Sup? I don't know where we're going, but we'll figure that one out. All right, the restaurant has been selected. We are going here to Bon Thai, which is supposed to be a really good Thai restaurant. Much excited. Our food has arrived. What did we get? I don't even remember what this thing's called.
Pad see
What?
Pad see
It's like a fried noodle thing. We didn't go with pad Thai. I didn't want to be that white.
Like fried, stir fried, like with thick noodles.
Yeah. I got the medium and you got the mild.
Yeah. I actually was gonna say chicken, but I forgot. But it's fine.
I got beef.
Yeah, I have beef too.
It was good. I liked it. Nice. To me, it was the right amount of spicy beef. I don't have a whole lot of expertise with Thai food, clearly. I'm white. Pad Thai. I know that word. It's good. This was better.
Did you tell them about the square? With
Square?
The
oh!
pad
I don't have footage of that. But if you looked at the menu, it's like a whole bunch of different things. And then there's like this special section just called Pad Thai. And I remember joking about like, oh, that's the white people food because we had to build a wall around it.
Final night in Guam, at least on this trip anyway. Had a wonderful time. I want to thank Brian, of course, for his hospitality and generosity. He actually paid for dinner there, which the food was really good, by the way. I don't know if I made that very clear, but highly recommended. And again, with this place in general, as well as Saipan, again, my fellow Americans, if you are American, you have a very big country with many treasures in it that you've probably never seen, but that you have every right to go see. It's not the easiest process, obviously, but Do it if you can. I mean, look at this. There's nobody here. There's that expression, you know, like go find your beach. I did. It's here. It's called Guam, and every single one of you has the right to go check it out too. Good morning. It is day 7 here on Guam. Today's the day I leave. I'll be taking a flight out to Hawaii. Right now it's interesting. It kind of sucks because you can't go through Japan currently, so Hawaii's your only out. And the thing that sucks about that, is that you have to stay in Hawaii for at least a day just because there's just not enough flights, and by the time you get in from Guam, it's too late. So it's fine. We'll spend a night in Hawaii. There's worse things. But I decided to, you know, the sun is rising. It isn't quite there yet. I decided to go for a walk and just enjoy the weather one more time. We are now back at Antonio B1 Airport, aka Guam. I gotta go check in and all that. I'm not too worried about it. I got TSA pre-check. I'm not checking a bag, although I will say, despite this airport is very strange because this is a United Airlines hub. If you ever look at that like Hemispheres magazine that they've got, this is their odd one that's like all the way out in the Pacific. It's interesting because it allows them to operate flights to other parts of Asia, but it's not the most well-run airport. Even without, you know, even if you're not checking a bag and all that sort of stuff, its lines here can be astronomical, especially international destinations, like when I've flown to Japan from here and stuff. So keep that in mind if you ever fly out of here. They're not kidding when they say you need a few hours in advance. Now, interestingly, because I've actually done this flight before, there's two things that are very fascinating about it. One, you are, obviously, as I keep saying, we're in the US right now, and you're going to Hawaii, so you're actually going to a full-on state. Yet, because this is a territory, they still want to have a little bit of a filter. So technically you have to go through customs, but it's like half customs where they basically just double check everything. As a US citizen, no big deal. But keep in mind that technically it's best to have a passport for these situations. The other thing that's interesting about this is what is called the American time travel route. So it is today, January 20th in Guam. And I'm gonna leave around 9 in the morning. However, I'm going to arrive at like 8 p.m. on January 19th. I will go back in time a day because we'll cross the international border, the international date line. And that big of a change is just kind of fascinating. That's how long it takes Hawaii to catch up. So yeah, if you were to do this on New Year's, for example, you could leave Guam on January 1st, 2022 and arrive in Honolulu on December 31st, 2021. How cool is that? So I decided to grab some food before I go. I'm hitting up this ramen shop, and I already got my food, as you can see right there. Another piece of good news. I got upgraded to first class, so I'm gonna have that on the way to Honolulu. Score! So we completed what little bit of customs there is. Like I said, there's just this filter where they just kind of double check your info, but no problems at all. And then Hawaii specifically has pre-clearance issues just because of the pandemic. However, they're kind of changing those up. They're making it a little bit easier for transits. So this isn't really a review of first class, but since I'm actually here, I thought I'd show it to you. Starts off with a free drink. They always offer champagne and stuff. I just drink coffee, so that's what I get. So one of the things that's interesting about this is you're basically in a flying movie theater hotel. So when you're in here, there's a whole lot of stuff. You have this, like your chair kind of reclines, it becomes a bed. You have a screen that functions as like a movie theater, which is different than the ones in the back. It actually has more movies. And they give you like a menu, so it's like a restaurant. So it kind of becomes like a flying hotel, restaurant, movie theater combo. It's awesome. Okay, so we have our first class meal. We've got some fruit cups, we've got a croissant, some yogurt, water, coffee, and then of course the main course here, which would be an omelet, fried rice, and some sausage. Check this out. The first class bathroom has like face misters and lotions and even some sort of clothing garment spray. How cool is that?
breakfast time, right before landing, we have pork noodles, a little bit of a kiwi type of cheesecake, and some fruit, as well as black coffee.
That was fantastic. Those noodles were way too good. That was a really good, like, Asian pork noodle base. I mean, I didn't eat the green peppers because green peppers are still bad, but the rest of it, phenomenal. Fruit was fruit. That was a very good, like, key lime cheesecake type of pie-ish thing. It was like a combo deal. Very good. Very happy with that.
Now that we're officially like in one of the actual states, you're still in America, but you're in a state. Uber works again, so I summoned one, and it's going to be right there in that middle section.
I'm at my hotel, and so I wanted to go out and get something to eat before they close. I know I kind of ate a bunch already, but whatever, I'm fat, that means I can do these things. This is not going to be like a big Hawaii episode. We're going to do some stuff because we have a little bit of time here, but really this is just a one-day thing. But before we go out and find anything, and I just wanted to say, and we will do a real Hawaii video at some point. It's going to happen. The only reason I'm doing the hotel at all is because my buddy Mikkel has his family in town, so there's no option for me there. So I had to spend a night in a hotel. But I'm almost happy that happened, because now I can give you a very clear reason as to why I prefer Guam over Hawaii. And I want to be very clear. I love Hawaii. This place is great. But the value of $1. You guys saw all the views and all the great easy access I had to everything in Guam. For slightly more money, this is what I get in Honolulu. It's like a closet. No, but it must have a great beach view, right? It must, Waikiki Beach. No, some buildings. It ain't the same, son. It ain't the same. If you've never seen a Hawaiian license plate, now you have.
This is my favorite place in Hawaii. This is Marukame Udon. The line is always astronomical, as you can see, but it moves relatively quickly, and it is totally worth it. You can take a quick look at the menu. What I recommend highly is the beef udon. And here it is. I got the beef udon. I got the regular, smaller size one, just so I could have more food. This is a udon chicken, well, a tempura chicken, sorry. This is some of the best fried chicken I've ever had in my life. This is a tempura mushroom. I've never tried it before, but it seems like it'll be a good thing. But this, by the way, this is the best udon I've ever had in my life. And I've been to Japan 15 times, and I'm telling you, amazing. Like, if there was one thing I would recommend doing in Honolulu, it is this restaurant and this specific dish.
Fantastic as always. The udon was unbelievable. The chicken was great. Mushrooms actually not that good, but I think it was because it was cold, so it'd probably been sitting there for a while, so that was probably just on me for not picking a better one. But that's all right. Now, to go back to the hotel. So as I'm out here, one thing I want to point out is it sounds like I've been more negative on Hawaii than I have been on Guam, and saying Guam's so much better. Guam's, in my opinion, better in a lot of ways, but Hawaii definitely has its advantages, and one of them is the vastly more temperate climate. Guam is amazing in the winter, January, February, because that's like the perfect temperature over there. I would never go to Guam in the summer. I did that once, horrible mistake. Whereas Hawaii is kind of like always consistently nice year round. So a larger amount of time in which you can go and enjoy it and not melt.
Thank you very much for watching. On the next episode, I'll show you guys a little bit of more of Honolulu during the day before we go to the airport, and then ultimately go home. Thank you as always for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all later.